Right, thank you. I love the folk fraternity and I love folk festivals. And I think one of the best things I like about folk festivals, it's a place where you meet a complete stranger on a Friday night and part with a good friend on Monday. And Dave for me was one of the first and best of those friends. I met him and Jane at the Whitestone Folk Festival in 2001. And we've had close links, we've stayed at each other's places, and I'm really going to miss Dave. I feel I've not only lost Dave, but I've lost a large part that Dave had in everyone here. You know, I'm never going to see one of Steve's reactions to one of Dave's jokes. I'm not going to hear an audience laugh at one of his performances. And Dave didn't make it to the last Whitestone Festival, and I was sorry for that because I wrote a poem. It wasn't particularly addressed to Dave, but I would like him to hear it. I've always been a great fan of the well-crafted introduction, but not everybody feels the same way. There are people who hate introductions, and fortunately the good friend who inspired this isn't here, so I don't have to explain it further. And I don't have to apologise for it. But it's a rant against long introductions. And it's actually slightly hypocritical. Right, the young folks' song is done. The MC steps up to the mic and beams approval saying, "That's the kind of thing I like. Those young ones didn't waste our time. They didn't spend too long in pointless introduction. They just got on with their song. It really holds a lesson what little time they took. And all you older ones can take a leaf out of their book. Just name the song and writer. There really is no call for any more preamble. The song should say it all." Right, warning, folky jokes coming up. Let's leave behind the bad old days, the meaningless charade with half a minute yapping for every minute played, when Tom Paxton or Joan Byers or Paul Stookie took the stage and their chatter left us seething in silent, helpless rage. Arlo Guthrie was the worst, the type an audience abhors, with his long and tedious intro to the paws of Mr. Claus. Or nightmare of all nightmares was the way he used to bore us with his 18-minute lead-up to a piddling 8-line chorus. Don't try to emulate them, let them be an awful warning of how to turn your audience off and set them all a-yawning. We're not interested in you and your wondrous warmth and wit, or the hilarious circumstances under which your song was writ. So imitate as best you can a studio recording. You'll find the audience response is wonderfully rewarding. Stand up, sing up, shut up, sit down. That way you can't go wrong. So step up to the mic now and just sing your bloody song.
For those of you who weren't at Whitestone, missed an absolutely hilarious set by Neil in the concert on a Sunday afternoon. Honestly, there wasn't a dry pair of knickers in the house.